You saw the title, so you pretty much already know what this is about. I am now making music and sound effects for a Roblox game. Though that's really all I have to say to sum up this information, I'd like to go into a bit more details about the game that I'm working on, and the work I am doing for it. And then I have another announcement at the end that kind of relates to this. So, first of all, how did this even happen? Well, I have this Discord server with a bunch of my friends and friends of their friends and so on. There's the usual things, like an art corner, a text channel for photos, and an entire channel dedicated to how one of my friends glazes the band Primus. Like, don't get me wrong, Les Claypool is a great bass player, and Primus is one of the most technically experimental bands out there, but this guy glazes them so hard that it can get a bit awkward. Though, I guess I can't really complain with how much of a fan I am for John Petrucci's beard. Anyway, I was bored and didn't really know what to do. This was the day I had gotten back from my Christmas vacation and I was tired as hell. I saw a few of my friends in a voice call channel and decided to join. There was the usual conversation I expected from them, like talking about how gay AI art is and the usual Primus glaze, but one of them was streaming. What was on this stream? But Roblox Studio. With that, I asked what they were doing. They replied,
"Oh, we want to make a Roblox game."
If you know me well, two of my favorite things along with obscure history, Native American folktales, cryptids, late 80s and early 90s cars, etc., are video games and music. And with that, one of my dreams is to make said music for a video game, whether it's a big balls big company game like Fortnite or a small indie game. And this just so happened to fall into one of those two categories. So I got the idea to volunteer, and the rest is history. So now, what is this game? While the game devs still have a lot of that to figure out as it's still in early development, I can give you a basic rundown of the game. Insanity Scuffle is an all-out brawl with up to how many players the Roblox engine can handle, I guess. These players each can choose from a selection of characters to play as with their own advantages, devantages, and special abilities. If you are familiar with Roblox, you have probably seen some similar games with this concept, such as Strongest Battlegrounds, the One Punch Man inspired brawling game. And yes, you are right in saying that this is not an original concept, but we have a special draw that makes the game and its concept seem different from the others.
Utter chaos.
Oh boy, where do I start? Well, first, our playable characters will be characters from like every IP imaginable, from musical artists to cartoon characters to memes. We have it all. Well, sort of. To avoid being berated by copyright like some other Roblox games have been in the past, and to enhance how goofy and weird the game is, we will be adding effectively off-brand versions of some of these characters. Or wait, sorry, legally distinct alternatives. There's also the fact of the map. Though on launch the map will only be so big, the developers are planning to make the map a big open world of sorts with different quote-unquote points of interest, or areas from different games, TV shows, movies, and the whole shebang. The most direct comparison I can make is Fortnite, where it's a huge battle royale map, and there are a bunch of different buildings which, in some iterations, seemingly have nothing to do with each other. Our map specifically will have this odd theme, as from the list of the 2 or 3 areas that will be available for the launch are Shibuya Station in Tokyo, Team Fortress 2's 2 Fort, Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated, a Minecraft village, the Dark Souls 1 Asylum, a casino, Dragonfly Pond from Junji Ito's Uzumaki, and the map Ballroom Blitz, or at least the main building, from Battlefield 1. Of course, some of these might be hard to implement, so don't get your hopes up. However, as the game goes on and the dev team acquires more and more resources, they may be able to implement some of these maps. The next thing I have to at least briefly mention is
The lore.
my friends and I went into a call and we were like, we need some more. When we saw a placeholder that one of the developers were using for some doing a thing, I don't know, a spark ignited in all of our heads. It was a blank slate Roblox character with a really odd image of Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen on his shirt. We made an entire storyline off of this guy man. Guy man? Why did I write that in the script? I can't tell you all of it, as we were saving later plot points for events and such, but I could give you some background. I'm going to put down what we wrote on the Google Doc, and it's barely coherent, like we were high while on crack while drinking booze level of crazy. Though we really weren't, because that would be illegal. Alright, let me put on like my best like British voice to read all this out.
Our story begins with the John Applebottom I. He is John Applebottom the 23rd's father. Together, the Applebottom family owns a monopoly on apple pie, which a bunch of apple pie factories and shit. For your sake and for mine, I shall refer to John Applebottom the 23rd as 23. John has 21 brothers, and his mom died. How did his mom die? Well, one of his brothers killed her. It was John Applebottom the 13th who killed her. Why, may you ask? It was because Jonas Applebottom, his mom, said no Robux gift card in the middle of Target, so he killed his mother. When John Applebottom finds out, he becomes bewildered and banishes John Applebottom the 13th from the family.
They were all big Jujutsu Kaisen fans, by the way.
To stop this, 23 is scouring the multiverse for the best fighters to defend the credit card by making them fight and shit.
That was all first take, by the way. So, yeah, that's kind of an overview of the game. It's definitely something. I probably won't be doing anything for the game until a lot of the code is fleshed out, though I am working on a few themes and a few tracks for the different parts of the map and the characters and whatnot, which will be playing in the background of this video. If you're interested in this project at all, then I will put the links to the Roblox group and the Discord server in the description. If you have any questions about the game itself, then it would probably be better to ask the developers through one of those two platforms than to ask anything in the comments, but I will try my best to answer if you do so. But wait, the video is not over. So what else am I going to announce, and what does that have to do with the whole Roblox thing? Well, I'm uploading sound effects to the Unreal Market. Or I guess it's called Fab now, don't know what that means, but you know. While I don't have anything uploaded at the time of this video's upload, I'm hoping to get a few sound packs on there for a few dollars each, depending on the size. I'm currently working on a retro game inspired sound pack that has everything from gunshots to death sounds to a bunch of other things, I guess.
So, be a dear and also check that out in the description.
Anyway, I love you guys, and bye-bye.
Out in the woods, I hear a faint sound with the chill of the night. It gave me a fright. Oh, my flashlight, as anyone would. And with that bright light, saw the thing from the woods. 8 foot tall, with the head of a goat. A dead body almost stuffed in his throat. It looked at me while eating its brunch, and what it saw was potential lunch.